queue him up. Ooh, this is a Pure versus Bowman game. That'll be exciting. So, yeah, let's get into that, and I'll talk about these two players. These are actually two players whose streams I have watched quite a bit, respectively. So, let's get through intros, and then I'll discuss these players. So, spawning in the upper left as the red Protoss, our villain in this game, but he is kind of a nice guy to me at least. It's Bowman. And our Twitch chat hero spawning as the blue Protoss in the lower right, it's Pure. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about Pure's style and then about Bowman. So the way that Pure described himself to me recently is that he is a berserker type. If he were an RPG character, that would be his class. He very much likes to get in his opponent's face and harass. HX has been on the receiving end of this in many a practice game. I've had the privilege of watching some of those. So Pure will just keep dropping that hammer over and over and over. Zealots in every base, over and over, bleeding resources but denying expansions. And it can be a very frustrating style to play against when it works, and when it doesn't, it can look... it can sometimes look a bit silly, right? Where, you know, it seems that the player playing this style is kind of just bleeding units away. Welcome back, Circuit. We're just talking about Bowman and Pure's styles as we get through the opening moments of this PvP here. Now, Bowman is also kind of an interesting case as well. So, he sort of splits his time between being a GM StarCraft streamer as well as a DJ in the New York area, and then of course, you know, promoting himself online as well. So I'm sure you can check him out, Bowman SX3, if you wanna check out his music. And so let's talk about him stylistically. So he plays Protoss as his main race, but he is also GM with Random as well. Now, part of being GM with Random is, of course, lots of tricks and meme shenaniganry type of play. So, Bowman is one who, you know, you never know when you match up against him. Are you going to be facing a cannon rush? Are you going to be facing some crazy wacky play? Or are you going to see, you know, just something stock standard? You know, Stalker Sentry being one of the more defensive openers that you can really achieve in a PvP. We see Pure going with the pylon block here and getting that pylon down in front of his own natural. We do see a quick Twilight off of one base for Bowman, so that is interesting, right? I'm wondering if this is going to be for a blink play or if this is going to be some sneaky DTs. There is a probe on the map, so we'll have to watch for whether a pylon does go down. Bowman moving that Stalker out across the map, keeping the Sentry at home, and no units being produced. Okay, there's one Stalker. So of course this is because of the fast tech, right? There just isn't enough money. Meanwhile, Pure producing a 5th and 6th Stalker out of those gates. I'm wondering, I believe the title of this replay was Stalker Push or 8 Stalker Push, so we might get to see that build that HX was talking about earlier with the 6+2. See how that kind of matches up against this blink play from Bowman. So I wonder about this probe on the map from Bowman. I wonder if he didn't even have his mind made up until he scouted which type of play he was going to go for. Would he go for the DT proxy or this blink Stalker Robo play? See a Robo going down for Pure, and both players getting a shield battery. Bowman's in the front and Pure's in the mineral line. So Pure's vision does not know what Bowman's tech is yet. Although I do believe he... Oh, no, he never started a Sentry, so his only ability to scout is with this 8 Stalker push here. But it is working out pretty well. Bowman pulling probes to try to chase these Stalkers off, which is kind of necessary, as Bowman does not really have many units that Stalker warp in location. Pretty unfortunate for Bowman. The Sentry, pretty brave, but ends up being kind of clutch. That Sentry warp in. This pylon kill is going to be a big deal for Pure, though. I'm not sure that Bowman can actually recover from here. Even this one Immortal, although it does match up pretty favorably against these Stalkers, you know, it's going to be pretty problematic fighting this many. Although if it's able to take a fight with probe backup, well, the power does go down for the shield batteries. Let's see. Is Pure able to pounce on this Immortal? Or does he just decide... Bowman pulls back into the base. So neither player really wanted to take this engagement. I guess, you know, it will be game-ending for whichever player is on the losing side. Bowman finally does start that proxy pylon with this probe on the map, and Pure focusing down this nexus of Bowman's. Bowman now with 2 Immortals. This can very cleanly win the fight against the 8 Stalkers, and keep in mind that Bowman's Stalkers do have Blink, although it doesn't do them a ton of good, as they can't particularly pursue the remaining 6 Stalkers of Pure. But this is not really a fight that Pure wants, right? Pure is kind of sharking around, saying, hey, you know, I'm scary. Pure does have a pretty strong worker lead here, and decides to start up Blink. Now, from these positions, Bowman sort of needs to make something happen. He's made a pretty big investment in tech, and it was punished a fair bit by Pure. Pure with 2 Immortals of his own across the map. So I'm wondering now, you know, is Pure going to try a sentry push here? We've got a couple of adepts warped in from the proxy pylon by Bowman. I like this quite a bit. It looks like one cancel. Oh no, they both actually die. Okay. And we have a proxy pylon from Pure as well, and a prism coming out with the move out. So I think I like this push from Pure. I don't think that it is necessary, but this is kind of like what HX was saying, you know, a dead opponent isn't going to win the game against you. So I wonder if Pure is going to try to elevator in and blink in with these Stalkers, or try a frontal assault. We'll have to see what he opts for. Bowman with an OBS above Pure's army here is able to see the move out. Of course, Pure not aware of that, and Pure does not know, but could suspect that this is blink play from Bowman. Nice job picking off that Immortal with the force fields. And we'll just have to see Pure again keeping that Immortal from running away. And I think the unit count here is just going to carry the day. Unfortunately for Bowman, that charge is just about done, but not in time to hold this push. And the superior economy of Pure being invested into this push is going to just raise his unit count enough to make it kind of an easy to win fight. GG is called by Bowman. Nice to see that good manner. And yeah, really, really cool, decisive play by both players, and it just kind of, that one kind of just went Pure's way.